All right, what's going on, boys and girls? All right, man, I'm gonna do a night video here. Well, actually, it's early in the morning. Okay, now I've done many, well, not many, but many videos on 911. And you know, when it first happened, that building number 7 that came down on its own by explosives, okay, it came down demolition style. I knew back then it was an inside government job. Okay, there's no possible way. There was another plane coming for that building, got taken down by the passengers, but they had to bring that building down. Okay, the reason I'm bringing this up again, because I want to point something out. Okay, now that we know your government is a bunch of baby eaters and killers and blood drinkers and Satanists, but I just want to point out the level of evil that these people are capable of, the ones you're voting for. Okay? They're all in on it, man. All the governments, they're all evil. You know, you're looking at Iran, okay? And even Iran is under the influence of Satan. I mean, one of their main Capitol buildings over there is a pyramid with 33 windows in the pyramid. That's the Satan shit. Okay, so even Iran is under the influence of Satan, the government. Period. You know, so, okay, well, let's get back to 9/11. I just want to explain the level of evil that these people are. Can you imagine 911 being an inside job done by the government? And do you see what happened? I mean, the firefighters that were going up them stairs trying to put that fire out, they were all crushed by the falling building. These people that were being burned alive up there had to jump out of the windows and go splat on the ground. How many of those? How many people lost their lives? And your government just covered it up, dude. You know, this is the level of evil that these people actually are. This is how dude, they're evil. They might be worse than Satan. You know, when I think about it. You guys, you got to do your own homework. For those of you who don't believe me, look up building number 7. That's the smoking gun to prove that the government did it. Okay, because that building was never hit by a plane. There was a plane coming for it. Never got hit. You guys understand how big that building was? It was about a block away from the Twin Towers. When the Twin Towers fell, they never even hit that building. Supposedly, some way or another, there was a little bitty office fire in that building. And dude, this building is about 2 blocks in diameter. 80 stories tall. These things are made out of solid iron and cement from the top to the bottom. These buildings do not fall demolition style from a little fire on one of the floors. It is impossible. Even the Twin Towers, okay, they had video. Okay, the planes did damage, but the corner pillars and all the other beams in the middle were holding that building up. Just because there were planes that hit it and did damage to the side, them buildings would have stayed up. Now, they had video of what it looked like, molten lava coming out the corners of those buildings. Okay, that's called thermite. They found thermite on the ground. Okay, the only people that can get a hold of thermite is the government. Apparently, and look this up as well, I got a video, dude, that some general in an army, he's talking about this, on how, yeah, there's no way building 7 came down, and blah, blah, blah. He's going into detail about all of it. But he said they had an elevator crew that was in both towers weeks before it came down. And they had access to all the shafts, all the corners of the buildings from the inside to plant thermite. And after the buildings come down, they actually tried to locate this elevator crew. And supposedly, they went out of business. The elevator crew went out of business, believe it or not. And they could not even locate the owner or any of the workers that were working on the buildings. They vanished. The owner of the Twin Towers, Larry Einstein or whatever, Silverstein or whatever his name was, That dude took out insurance, doubled the insurance on the buildings, and then he just happened to take out terrorism insurance, which is unheard of. Okay? Weeks before the buildings were, he took out terrorism insurance and he cashed out big time. Okay? And every single day, that dude was all the way up working in the building. That's his job up there, working in his own towers. He was there every day for years, however long he owned the buildings. And that day, when the buildings got hit, he decided to take the day off and go to the dentist. How convenient there. Okay, so if that's not conspicuous, what else? Building number 7 that came down, it had to come down. Now, why did it have to come down? Because apparently the government stole, I don't know how many trillions of dollars was unaccounted for, okay, that year. They could not find the money out of $5 trillion, $2 trillion, $3 trillion. And supposedly within building number 7, all the paperwork, all the proof to find out where that money went was in that building. So once that building came down, guess what? Now the government, just the mafia, the demons, they just got away with $3, $4, $5 trillion unaccounted for because that building went down. But again, guys, I want you, whoever's listening to me, I want you to get online and find building number 7. They'll show pictures of that, videos of that thing coming down, demolition style. Everybody heard pop, 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 pop. And I'm telling you right now, there is no freaking way that building came down besides being brought down by the government. Once again, you got to look at the level of evil that these people really are that run the world. I mean, they don't care about you. They don't care about shit, man. It's all about money. It's all about power. It's all about control. It's all about drinking blood. It's all about eating kids. Raping kids, molesting kids, and all that crap, dude. I think people just need to realize, dude, these people they're right on the level with Satan, man. That's how evil these people are, and that ain't no shit. What else anyway, man? Like I said, building number 7 is your smoking gun. There have been towers that have been on fire. Many towers, skyscrapers. Over in Dubai, one of them towers caught on fire. It was on fire from the floor all the way up to the top. One of them skyscrapers never came down. And many others around the world that these skyscrapers catch on fire, none of them fall. Like I said, both Twin Towers, they had video of molten lava coming out the corners. And that is thermite. They found thermite on the ground. The only people that can plant thermite or get a hold of thermite was the government. Believe it or not. And then they went after Osama bin Laden. Was that his name? And from what I understand, they went after him because that dude was working with the CIA. So they needed a way to shut his ass up, or something. Maybe he was going to rat out the CIA because the CIA had him doing shit. And they took him out. On and on and on, man. But again, this whole thing is about the level of evil of these satanic government leaders. Like I said, even Iran, Russia, China, dude, that's all about AI. And again, I've said many videos, once these people get AI up and running 100%, we are screwed. Because they're going to control everybody with that shit. They're going to monitor and control. Mark of the beast. It's in the Bible. It's coming to pass. That's the plan. That's the plan, man. This war right now with Iran, maybe the U.S. government is just $200-300 trillion in debt. Maybe they're going to blame it on Iran and crash the economy here. Bring in the digital ID. Bring in the digital dollars. Press the reset button. Get AI up and running 100%. I don't know, man. I just know that everything these people do is planned out by them and Satan, their father. So any way they slice it and dice it, that's the way it's going to go, man. It's all planned out. Whatever's going to happen, man, they got it all figured out. This whole war with Iran could be planned. And like I say, It's the governments, man. Once again, I say it in all my videos. Only way out is Jesus. Okay? You're not going to stop Satan. You're not going to stop the demons. You're not going to stop these government blood-sucking, child-eating freaks that run the world. God forbid, man. Don't vote for these people. These people are evil to the core, man. Unfortunately, man, I don't think anybody's going to stand up to stop them. People are not... People are too simple-minded. They don't even know what the hell's going on. But anyway, once again, Jesus, eyes on God. It's your only way out. It is the only way out. Okay, you're stuck in this world. This world is just satanic and evil to the core. You got one way out. Put your trust in God. Listen to Him. Follow Him. Obey Him. Get up on out of here, man. It's the only way. It really is, dude. But again, I'm just trying to point out in this video the level of evil that these governments are. And dude, even George Bush and all these guys, it was all planned out, man. Skull and Bones, these guys are all freaking secret society, Freemason. These guys are sick. You know, all of them. Every single one of them. Peace out. Take care. God bless, guys. Eyes on the Lord.